Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum and good evening. Thank you, Charlene, for a very generous introduction, and I think maybe I'll try my best that I can do justice what you have said. Before I start, a lot of distinguished guests and speakers have so much about diversity and inclusions. I'll try to add what we have done at Mobilink Bank. It's an honor to be here among all those leaders who are just not talking about diversity and inclusion, but actually shaping in the organization. Let me start with the perspective of Pakistan. Inclusion has not become an issue anymore. People have started talking about it. I think historically what we lack is scale. And that is something we need to work on, and that's what we're working at Mobilink Bank, where we have started the conversation and moving away from diversity as a part of the conversation. In fact, inclusion is the outcome of the conversation. When we sit in a boardroom and talk about it, how we can help in the D&I perspective from the bank, we have to see how we can enable those policies, how we embed those systems, and how do we evaluate our people. So when people come here, they are here to stay and they're here to grow. And one of the examples that I am very proud to share, that 40% of my leadership team are females. And 30% of my board are female. And that is not something within the organization. What I am more interested in is scaling this up for a better impact when we talk about across Pakistan. So we have connected 19 million women customers. What we have learned is that is more important than when we give them access to finance, what are the capacities that needs to build along with that so it becomes more sustainable for them and help them further grow. So we have trained over 30,000 women entrepreneurs across Pakistan, out of which 90% of them are from rural and remote area, and does not include only financial literacy, but also digital literacy, which is part of our DNA. That provides access to them, transparency, and convenience. Along with that, we have also started our industry-first initiative of Women Incubation Center, which used to be a pilot, is now a full-fledged program, where we have incubated more than 40 incubatees, helping them how they can help and sustain their businesses. These are the things which is very close to not my heart, to our group, and for everyone. And that is something we really need to be proud of, because when we talk about numbers, women workforce, 40% of the women workforce informally through agriculture and livestock of Pakistan's GDP are associated with that. But unfortunately, we have not been able to bring them into that system where they can actually be part of and actively grow their book and help them as a community to grow them. And we spoke about a lot of data from IFC, World Bank, and UN, and all of them supports that when a woman entrepreneur or a woman earns, 70% of the earnings are brought back to their house and spent on improving their lifestyle. Either it's education, either it's health, or improving any other facility which they want to upscale their lifestyle. So that is something we are focusing on building and strengthening that in our community, that by just not having D&I policy that we embed within our organization, in fact, we are strengthening this more for a stronger economy, which Pakistan needs the most. If we talk about like 50% or 49 and 51% of the population, but how much of them are financially included? How much of them are digitally included? That is a big gap. At Mobilink Bank, there is no pay gap. I'm very glad to say that someone also said there's no gender pay gap, and that's what we are working on that. We have also made sure that how we hire, we have to ask these uncomfortable questions from us. Do we hire differently? Do we promote differently? Do we make plans in a manner for them that they stay, retain, and grow? Before I just end my conversation on that, we also had taken another step, which some of you might be aware, and I was thinking if I can play that video, is about Women Inheritance Campaign. That is a campaign which is very close to us. What we have done is that in our app, we have launched a Women Inheritance Campaign of Sharia compliant. So any woman can actually go in and download our app and can actually see the calculation of the inheritance which has been through an Islamic federal Shariat court. This is something, and that data that came to my, in front of my eyes, that 3% of the Pakistan only get the rightful inheritance. And this is a subject not only in the rural and remote areas, but also people who are educated, well exposed, but not very comfortable talking about their inheritance. And that is one of the subjects we want to take a lead, and this is the first step that we have done, and now we will try to link it with Nadra, where we can actually take these people into the system, where they can see their family tree, and also link that getting into the lawyers program, where whoever needs assistance, we can help them in it. So we just don't want to work only as DNI, from the bank's perspective. A lot of people are doing, we will continue to do that, but more importantly for me and for my team is that we make a larger impact when it comes to the community and to our country. Thank you so much.